Hello kids, this video is of TANA Watercolor Summer Camp of session 4. And as you have completed this watercolor background of and learn about how to paint sky and water. So in this, we'll add a shadow drawing of this tree, some grass and a boat to make this background. It's more like a composition. So we'll start with this. For creating the shadow, here I'm using a black color marker or pen you can use. If you don't have a marker or a pen, you can also use a black watercolor with a fine brush. You can use the size like number 2 or number 1. Now, initially, we'll start with this base. Start from a corner here and we'll create few curves like this to define some bushes. See, nearby the corner, you need to keep the width quite high. As you are moving down toward the center, keep it narrow. And then here on corner, again, we'll make it high, like this. Once it complete, we'll dark it. Okay. You need to color that entire surface and color it very smoothly and nicely. Don't rush for that. Mark strokes close to each other. Do not leave any gaps in between. Now, the reason of making such curve is because we need to create more attraction here in the middle part, as this middle part appears to be bright. And so this will be the main attention of our composition. So that's why we have dark the corner and keep the middle section quite narrow. See how I'm moving my brush. So move your pen or your marker in similar manner. Only mark strokes in one direction. See if you are using the diagonal strokes like this. So move your pen in similar manner throughout that space. If you are using your pen like this in a horizontal manner, use it similarly throughout the space. Do not switch the direction. This is important. If you switch the direction, the stroke will appear in random way and it won't look good. So just like this, we'll complete this entire section. And do not remove your marker again at the same place. Just keep your strokes quite close. You don't need to move it at the big space again. Just about to complete this. See how small strokes are marking. Don't go for big ones. Uh, keep your strokes quite small. And with this section is complete. Now after this, we need to define the grass. For grass, we'll be marking curve. So how I'm doing this, from this point, we'll mark curve upside and then down. Okay, like this. We'll keep creating such curves, some big, some small. Okay, do not make them similar. You can create the variation as much as you can. And see this grass appears to be sharp at the top, and here at narrow they appears to be wide and completely connected to this base. So just work accordingly. Like this, we'll keep making such strokes. And as moving towards the corner, we'll increase this height. Okay, and with this, it's almost done. Just add one more stroke this corner. Now after this, we need to add a tree. So for that, starting from this corner, we'll move our curve upside till here. Okay, just watch how I'm doing it. Start from this and move your curve till here. Okay, now we'll keep this section quite narrow here, like pointed from the top, and as we are moving downside, we'll make it broad. Okay, like this. Move your pen completely at one time. Do not move your pen like this, like a small stroke. No, mark a curve at a time. Move your hand like this, okay, to paint it. Now, once you're done with this, then we'll need to add some more curve here on the upper section to define leaves. First, what we do, starting from this point, we'll draw a curve that is to define the leaves that are falling down from here. Bring a curve down like this. All the curve will start from a single point. We'll draw one more this side. We'll add one more going upside. Need to understand the size, and then for this side, starting from the same point, bring your curve down like this. Again, we'll go for this side, and then we'll add one more here in the middle. After that, we'll need to define these leaves more clearly. So from here, bring this stroke down. Make it quite wide. Then we'll go for this one. And see, mark the curves. See, as you can see here, there appears to be curve and not a straight line and not a vertical line. There appears to be slanted. So work accordingly. Now we'll go for this upper one. Now look at the direction of this curve. Now we'll add this one. Similar way, bring this curve downside. For this one, then we'll make it quite wide. Then we'll go for this part. Make it a little bit more wide. And with this, it's done. Now, after this, we'll add a boat here in this part. The reason of making a boat is to make a composition look balanced. As we have a tree this side and this section appears to be empty. So we'll add a small boat here, not too big, just small one. So for that, first we draw a horizontal line like this. Then we'll define the base and we'll color it completely in black. After that, add a vertical line like this and curve one for this side also, and then bring it inside like this. Then we'll define some people who are sitting there. So a circle and a curve here like this. Here also can add one more. This is just to create the impression. Once you're done with this, just to define the reflection on water, we'll just shade the area quite a bit. Okay, like this. And with this, our composition is complete. So once it's complete, if you have applied the masking tape, you can remove it and it makes it look completely framed with a clear edges. Okay. So practice that as your homework.